properties of the eigenvalues. So first of all, I am giving some definitions. The algebraic multiplicity. What is called algebraic multiplicity? Like I said, the power of, if k is an eigenvalue, the power of lambda minus k in the characteristic polynomial. That power is called the algebraic multiplicity of the eigenvalue k, and which is denoted by capital Mk. Okay. Then what is called geometric multiplicity? Geometric multiplicity means the number of linearly independent eigenvectors corresponding to that eigenvalue. That is called geometric multiplicity of that eigenvalue, which is denoted by small m k. And the next definition, which is defect of an eigenvalue. And that is nothing but the difference between the geometric multiplicity and the algebraic multiplicity. That is delta, which is denoted by delta k. That is the defect of the eigenvalue k, which will be capital Mk minus small mk. And next one is spectrum of A. Spectrum means the set of all eigenvalues of that matrix is called a spectrum of A. For example, if 1 and 2 are the eigenvalues, then what will be the spectrum? If 1 and 2 are the eigenvalues, then spectrum will be set 1, 2. We will write it as a set. That set is called the spectrum of A. Then spectral radius. Spectral radius means the largest of the absolute values of the eigenvalues of A. That is called a spectral radius. For example, if 3 minus 10 are the eigenvalues, then what is the spectral radius? Take the absolute values of eigenvalues. What are the absolute values? Absolute values means the magnitude, the modulus value of eigenvalues, which are 3 and 10. Take the maximum of 3 and 10, which will be 10. So 10 is the spectral radius if 3 and minus 10 are the eigenvalues. Suppose 3, 10, minus 9, 11. These are the eigenvalues, then spectral radius will be 11. Okay. So that is what spectral radius. Then the next definition, which is called eigenbasis. Okay. What is eigenbasis? Suppose we are given an n by n matrix A, and suppose A has totally n linearly independent eigenvectors. That is very important. This is an n by n matrix. N by n matrix, and it has n linearly independent eigenvectors, namely x1, x2, etc., xn. Then that set will be an eigenbasis for A. Consider the previous example that we have done. In the first example, you can see that it is a 3 by 3 matrix, right? And we got 3 independent eigenvectors totally. Corresponding to lambda equal to 1, we got 2, and corresponding to lambda equal to 2, we got 1 eigenvector. So totally we got 3 independent eigenvector, right? And what are those eigenvectors? First one is corresponding to 1, we got 2 independent eigenvectors, which are minus 1, 3, 0. Then we got minus 1, 0, 3, and corresponding to the eigenvalue 2, we got 1 independent eigenvector, which is minus 1, 5. So there are totally three independent eigenvectors for the matrix A, which is a 3 by 3 matrix. So if A is a 3 by 3 matrix and it has three independent eigenvectors, this will form a basis, which is called eigenbasis of A. But in the second example, you can see that there are only two eigenvalues, lambda 1 and lambda equal to 1 and lambda equal to 2. And corresponding to lambda, we got only one independent eigenvector, and corresponding to lambda equal to 2, also we got only one independent eigenvector. So in the second example, there is only two independent eigenvectors totally. So what we can say, this matrix doesn't have an eigenbasis. So that is what the definition says. Look at the definition. A is an n by n matrix. Then A has n linearly independent eigenvectors. If there doesn't have an n linearly independent eigenvectors, it doesn't have an eigenbasis. It has an eigenbasis only when it has totally n linearly independent eigenvectors, and that vectors will form an eigenbasis for that matrix. Okay. So that is what eigenbasis is. Now we can move on to some properties of eigenvalues. First property, an n by n square matrix have at least one eigenvalue and at most n numerically different eigenvalues. Why is that? Because a square matrix, how will we find the eigenvalues? We will find the characteristic polynomial. So anyway, we can find characteristic polynomial of a matrix, and there exists at least one root for a characteristic polynomial. We can find at least one root for a polynomial, so there exists at least one eigenvalue for that matrix. And if it is an n by n matrix, the degree of the characteristic polynomial. What is the degree of the characteristic polynomial? It will be n. If it is an n by n matrix, so it has at most, it has maximum up to n eigenvalues. We will get at most n, not more than n, at most n eigenvalues, less than or equal to n. Okay, that is the first property. And the second one, okay, that one is also very simple. Actually, lambda is an eigenvalue, and corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda, w is an eigenvector, and also x is an eigenvector. Okay, lambda is the eigenvalue. Corresponding to this eigenvalue, we got w and x as the eigenvector. Then that property says w plus x. W plus x is also an eigenvector. It will be also an eigenvector corresponding to that eigenvalue lambda. And also, if if x is an eigenvector, then some k into x, where k is a scalar quantity. K into x is also an eigenvector corresponding to that eigenvalue lambda. That is the second property. And the third property, that is A and A transpose have the same set of eigenvalues. And the fourth one, okay, this one is important. That is, if A is a square matrix and lambda is an eigenvalue of A, then lambda power n will be an eigenvalue of A power n. And A inverse has the eigenvalue 1 by lambda. Okay, the property says the eigenvalue of A, lambda is an eigenvalue of A. Then what is the eigenvalue of A power 10? Just take lambda power 10. That will be the eigenvalue of A power 10. And also we can find the eigenvalues of A inverse if we know the eigenvalues of A. The eigenvalues of A inverse will be 1 by lambda. Example, suppose that A has an eigenvalue 2 and 3. 2 and 3 are the eigenvalues of A. Find the eigenvalues of A raised to 5. The eigenvalues of A raised to 5 will be nothing but 2 raised to 5 and 3 raised to 5. Okay. Similarly, the inverse. A inverse has eigenvalues 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. That is what the next property says. A is a square matrix and lambda is an eigenvalue of A. Then lambda power n will be an eigenvalue of A power n, and A inverse has the eigenvalue 1 by lambda. Okay. The next property is corresponding to each eigenvalue, there exists at least one independent eigenvector. And the sixth property. The eigenvector corresponding to distinct eigenvalues are linearly independent. That is the sixth property. If x1, x2, etc. xn are eigenvectors corresponding to lambda 1, lambda 2, etc. lambda, then these vectors are linearly independent. Okay. That means if lambda 1, lambda 2, etc. lambda n, these are distinct eigenvectors. That is, these are different eigenvalues of a matrix A. And corresponding to each eigenvalue, we will get eigenvector. Suppose it be x1 corresponding to lambda 2, it be x2, etc. corresponding to lambda n, we got xn. Then that property says these x1, x2, etc. xn are linearly independent. You know what is linearly independent? There is no relation between these vectors. They are not depending on each other. They are linearly dependent. And the last one, that property is, what is that property? If A is a square matrix with eigenvalues lambda 1, lambda 2, etc. lambda m with the algebraic multiplicity a1, a2, etc. am respectively, then the determinant of A will be the product of the eigenvalues and the trace of A. That will be the sum of the eigenvalues. Okay, I will give you an example. Okay, suppose A has eigenvalues 2 and 3. Okay. Okay. Leave it. A has characteristic polynomial lambda minus 2 the whole square into lambda minus 3. Okay, that is only what we know. We are given only the characteristic polynomial of A. So the question is to find out the trace of A and determinant of A. So without knowing actually the matrix is not given, but the characteristic polynomial is given. Only the characteristic polynomial is given. We need to find out the trace of this matrix and the determinant of the matrix. How will you find this? That property says trace is the sum of eigenvalues, and determinant, that will be the product of eigenvalues. Here what are the eigenvalues? 2 and 3. Okay. So trace will be 2 plus 3. Is it 2 plus 3? The sum of the eigenvalues. Actually, there is one mistake here. Actually, you have to consider the algebraic multiplicity also, because the eigenvalue 2, which repeats 2 times. The eigenvalue 2 has algebraic multiplicity 2. So we have to add 2 times. So 2 plus 2 plus 3. Because the algebraic multiplicity of the eigenvalue 2 is 2. So 2 plus 2 plus 3, that will be 7. 7 will be the trace of that matrix A. Similarly, determinant is the product of eigenvalues. That will be 2 into 2 into 3. So it will be 4 into 3, that is 12. 12 will be the determinant. Another example, what will be so suppose that the characteristic polynomial is this. What is the trace of the matrix and the determinant? What will be the trace? Can you say the trace of the matrix? The sum of eigenvalues. What are the eigenvalues? If the characteristic polynomial is given, we will know the eigenvalues. The eigenvalues are 2, 1, minus 3 and 7. So we have to add these to find the trace. Minus 2 have to add 3 times. So minus 2 plus minus 2 plus minus 2 plus 1 is the next eigenvalue, which we have to add 2 times. And the next eigenvalue, which is minus 3, that is also we have to add 2 times. And the next eigenvalue, which is minus 7. And what is the sum? That is minus 6 plus 2 minus 6 minus 7. So that is equal to minus 4 minus 10 minus 17. So the trace will be minus 17. And determinant, what is the determinant? We have to multiply 2 minus 2 3 times. So minus 2 cube minus 1 square minus 3 square. Sorry, there is a mistake. It is not minus 2. It is plus 2. Yeah, okay. 2 plus 2 plus 2. So the trace will be actually what? 6, 8 minus 6 minus 7. That is equal to?
So it should be plus 7.
Plus 7.
Yeah, that is also plus 7. Okay. So it will be 8 plus 7, which is 15. 15 minus 6, that is 9. So 9 will be the trace. And the determinant, which will be 2 cube into 1 square into minus 3 square into 7. That will be the determinant. So it will be 8 into 1 into 9 into 7. That is equal to 504. So that is the determinant of the matrix. So that is the last property, which says A is a square matrix with eigenvalues lambda 1, lambda 2, etc. lambda m with algebraic multiplicity a1, a2, etc. m respectively. Then the determinant of A, that will be lambda 1 power a1 into lambda 2 power a2, etc. lambda m power am. And the trace is the sum of the eigenvalues, which is a1 lambda 1 plus a2 lambda 2 plus etc. plus am lambda m. Okay. Okay, some examples are given here. I think we have already done these questions. 1, 2, 3, 2. The characteristic polynomial. We can fill these tables. We all know what is a characteristic polynomial. Eigenvalues, linearly independent eigenvectors, algebraic multiplicity, geometric multiplicity, defect, eigenbasis, spectrum, and spectral radius. Okay. For the case of A equal to 1, 2, 3, 2, the characteristic polynomial we are getting is lambda minus 4 into lambda plus 1. So the eigenvalues are 4 and minus 1. And the eigenvector corresponding to 4. we will get only one independent eigenvector, that is 2, 3. And corresponding to minus 1, we are getting only one independent eigenvector, that is minus 1, 1. So algebraic multiplicity of 1, which is the power of lambda minus 4, which is 1. Algebraic multiplicity of minus 1, which is the power of lambda plus 1, which is also 1. And the geometric multiplicity. Corresponding to 4, we got only one independent eigenvector, so it is 1. Geometric multiplicity of minus 1, that is also 1. Defect means the difference between algebraic multiplicity and geometric multiplicity. So corresponding to the eigenvalue 4, defect is 0, and the corresponding to the eigenvalue minus 1, the defect is also 0. Eigenbasis. Here we got totally two independent eigenvectors, which are 2, 3 and minus 1, 1. And the given matrix is a 2 by 2 matrix. So totally two independent eigenvectors are there. So there exists eigenbasis, and one of these eigenbases will be 2, 3 and minus 1, 1. That will be the eigenbasis. Spectrum. Spectrum means the set of all eigenvalues. Eigenvalues are 4 and minus 1. So set 4 comma minus 1. That will be the the spectrum of the given matrix. Spectral radius means the maximum of the eigenvalues. The maximum of the eigenvalue is 4. So spectral radius is 4.